April 18th. For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. 1 Corinthians 1:18. Paul had been on both sides of this statement he makes. He had considered the message of the cross to be foolishness, even blasphemous, and had actively persecuted the early church. He had also been saved when he encountered the power of Jesus on the road to Damascus. Throughout the New Testament narratives, we see these two responses to the cross, either as a symbol of folly and weakness, or as the instrument that released God's saving power. Throughout the day that we now call Good Friday, Jesus was mocked and insulted by the mob, bystanders, rulers, religious authorities, soldiers, and even one of those hanging on a cross beside him. For them, the message of the cross, the Messiah crucified, was utter foolishness. And yet that same day, the centurion in charge of the crucifixion was able to see the truth of the cross as he realized finally who Jesus was, the Son of God. At that moment, the power of God broke through his ignorance and revealed the identity of the man he had helped execute so savagely. Or consider Jesus' closest disciples. Even after Jesus preparing them for both his crucifixion as well as resurrection, they were shattered and scattered by the cross. His talk of resurrection, leave alone the kingdom to come, must have seemed mere fantasy before the reality of the cross. The Messiah on the cross would have been foolishness to them. Until 3 days later, when, breaking through their fear and unbelief and confusion, the risen Jesus was revealed. Suddenly, they would have realized that the cross was, in fact, the power of God manifested most gloriously. What about us? Each of us is called to a cross. Do we consider it foolishness, or do we allow the power of God to manifest through it? Today's prayer. Lord Jesus, thank you that your cross is the power of God to me.